He was walking along the side of the road with only a shirt on his back, a toothbrush in his left back pocket was all that he had for his pack. But the yearning deep inside him is an awful heavy load, and so he walks very slowly along the California Big Sur Road. Where is he going? He doesn't really know. When will he get there? Maybe half the lifetime that it takes a man to grow. You know the growing can be oh so slow when you're high in the mountains, feeling about 100,000 miles below. But the yearning deep inside him is an awful heavy load, and so he walks very slowly along the California Big Sur Road. Mountains, the peaceful roaring sea, it's just one more place in his travels through life to find the place that he should be. But the yearning deep inside him is an awful heavy load, and so he walks very slowly along the California Big Sur Road. But the yearning deep inside him is an awful heavy load, so he walks very slowly along the California Big Sur Road.
Sometimes I'm a silly fool, and sometimes I'm a crier. Sometimes I break every rule, and sometimes I'm the world's greatest liar. That's not the way that I want it to be. Oh no, that's not the me that I want the world to see. Oh no, no, no. Everybody tries to be somebody else when you don't want to be yourself. And everybody sometimes is somebody else when you're just trying to be yourself. But nobody has to be anybody else. You just have to be yourself. Today you're a hero or a superstar, and all of a sudden you're afraid of tomorrow and you don't know who you are. Everybody tries to be somebody else when you don't want to be yourself. Everybody sometimes is somebody else when you're just trying to be yourself. But nobody has to be anybody else. You just have to be yourself. No, nobody has to be anybody else. You just have to be yourself. Just have to be yourself.
like a little child. May you see the world all anew. May you start to believe again in wonder. May your heart be the heart that you once knew. That child is alive deep inside you. She nearly disappeared. Don't let her slip away. She may just be asleep deep inside you. So help her come alive, and maybe she will stay. I remember the days, I remember the places when you laughed with your eyes and you lived without fears. But time can betray, it can leave empty spaces. The child says goodbye and then leaves without tears. But that child is alive deep inside you. She nearly disappeared. Don't let her slip away. She may just be asleep deep inside you. So help her come alive, and maybe she will stay. So help her come alive, and maybe she will stay. Stay. She will stay.
Well, a funny thing happened to Bonnie and Clyde on the way to their biggest job. Before they got a chance to shoot, they were done out of their loot by a whole lot of hype and a liver and a little old lob. Was the battle of the sexes between Billie Jean King and little old Bobby Riggs. When the battle was over and the victory had been won, it was a cry that wasn't heard no more. Yep, it was a cry that was heard no more. I'm just a little old man, I'm just a little old man. That's as plain as you can see. I can beat any woman, anytime, any place. Just put up enough money and you'll see. Well, the money started flowing and the cameras started rolling. There were beautiful people to see. But as the shots hit that funny grass, Billie Jean gave him that old backhand pass. Not the kind of pass for a male chauvinist pig. You
said that I'm a little old man, just a little old man. That's as plain as you can see. I can beat almost any woman, anytime, any place. Put up more money and you'll see. And be sure the check's paid out to me. So the battle of the sexes is all over now, with a man coming out second best. But the fools never see, you know it's plain as it can be, that this battle is just like all the rest. Yes, this battle is just like all the rest. All right now, Mama, hang over here to me. Here we go. That really Billie Jean King? Oh,
I think it must have been Burt Reynolds in disguise.
one more time.
That elbow had a sore elbow. We have to borrow Howard and use his Kleenex boxes next time.
What, son? You said you wanted to play a game against Grandma Moses. You can't even beat me.
He was a liberated man. She was a liberated woman. They met one night in a singles bar and had a liberated love affair. They had a couple of drinks, a little laugh or two, and the usual conversation. She said, come on back to my place. He said, well, I can drink to that. And by the way, can you tell me your name? And by the way, can you tell me your name? Well, that's not a part of our game. You can bet that's not a part of my game. They had themselves quite a little time, a lot of sweet talking wine, but they never really talked to one another. He was a liberated man, she was a liberated woman. They met one night in a singles bar and had a liberated love affair. Had a liberated love affair. Well, that's the end of the story, except the story doesn't end, 'cause they'll be back again tomorrow night with the hope that it will be something more than it can be. But knowing they're starting, knowing they're starting right back over again. Oh, right back over again. He was a liberated man. She was a liberated woman. They met one night in a singles bar and had a liberated love affair. Had a liberated love affair. A liberated love affair. A liberated love affair. He wakes up in the morning and he looks at the clock. It's about 4:45. He tries to move around softly so it doesn't wake his wife.
He hardly knows he's alive. He gulps down some coffee, then he's on the road for about a 2-hour drive. He's caught in stop-and-go traffic, really gets on his nerves, and he's tired by the time he arrives. It's a rat race from morning till night. It's a rat race. You don't know where you're going, and you're always uptight. It's a rat race. Will it turn out all right? It's a rat race. Will you live to retire, or will you give up the fight? He looks up from his desk and he sees the clock. It's about 3:45. He tries to finish work quickly, so he's out by 5 or even a little before. But he knows it doesn't matter, 'cause he's booked to perform his 2-hour nightly encore. And he'll be dead for the evening to his wife and family by the time he reaches the door. It's a rat race from morning till night. It's a rat race. You don't know where you're going, and you're always uptight. It's a rat race. Will it ever be right? It's a rat race. Will you live to retire, or will you give up the fight? There has to be a better way to spend my life. My kids don't know me. I'm a stranger to my wife. And sometimes late at night, there's a pain shoots through me like the thrust of a knife. It's a rat race from morning till night. It's a rat race. You don't know where you're going, and you're always uptight. It's a rat race. Will it ever be right? It's a rat race. Will you live to retire, or will you give up the fight? Rat race. Rat race. Rat race. Rat race. Rat race. Rat race.
There never seems to be enough time to love you. It never seems to me I can love you enough. There never seems to be enough time to hold you. It never seems to me I am with you enough. We have to make the time to be with one another. We have to take the time to say what we feel. We have to steal away the time from one thing or the other. We have to spend a little time for our love to stay real, to stay real. Guess there'll never be a whole lot of time for us. I know I'll never see enough of your smiling face. It's up to you and me, love, to make the time we need for us. It's only you and me, love. No one else can take our place, can take our place. have to make the time to be with one another. We have to take the time to say what we feel. We have to steal away the time from one thing or the other. We have to spend a little time for our love to stay real, to stay real. We have to spend a little time for our love to stay child whose eyes I am, and her only light is the touch of my hand, and her only darkness is when she's alone. To her the perfect diamond is just another stone, but she feels love, and it's a rainbow in her heart, and happiness lights away like a sunrise in the dark. Speak of hope, and with her hand, and she'll touch my face and call me a man, and she thinks I'm beautiful, she tells me so, but she's the one who's beautiful, but she can never know. But she feels love, and it's a rainbow in her heart, and happiness lights away like a sunrise in the dark. When days are wrong, my mind will say, strike out in anger and make them pay. But she says, speak with your heart, and smiles at me. It's then I find she knows by heart what I can never see. But she feels love, and it's a rainbow in her heart, and happiness lights away like a sunrise in the dark. And she feels love, and it's a rainbow in her heart, and happiness lights away like a sunrise in the dark. And she feels love, and it's a rainbow in her heart, and happiness lights An old man walking to church on Sunday. Sitting in the park on a bench all alone. Walking upstairs, he disappeared one day. Into the prison he called his home. An old man sitting in his chair on Monday. His body all stiff, it's already grown cold. Some young men coming, it's almost Tuesday, to take away his body that's poor and gray and old. John Leary's dead, and no one knows. An old man's dead, and so it goes. An old man died alone in his pain. John Leary died, and they hardly knew his name. His neighbors didn't know him well. Friends and family, no one could tell. Maybe it was just his pride. We'll never know what was inside. John Leary's dead, and no one knows. An old man's dead, and so it goes. An old man died alone in his pain. John Leary died, and they hardly knew his name. An old man buried in a grave on Wednesday. In a grim potter's field lying deep underground. A number in the files of the city on Thursday. That's all that is left, not a whisper, not a sound. Lord have mercy on the soul of John Leary. The way that he lived and the way that he died. And if you know some other John Leary, may you help him to live and be with him when he dies. John Leary's dead, and no one knows. An old man's dead, and so it goes. An old man died alone in his grave. John Leary died, and they hardly knew his name. John Leary died, and they hardly knew his name.
In our rich and prosperous country, there are millions who are
paper plates and plastic spoons. The end of the world is coming soon. At last I'll go to my heavenly home, riding on a cloud of styrofoam, all happy and singing and praise to the Lord. All happy and singing and praise to the Lord. My guardian angel's gonna greet me there with neon wings and paper hair. For I know what the Bible said, a brand new body's gonna rise from the dead. All happy and singing and praise to the Lord. All happy and singing and praise to the Lord. I wonder what it's like up there. Can you drink the water? Can you breathe the air? As the smoke rise up from the fires of hell and pollute the holy noses with a suffocating smell. All happy and singing and praise to the Lord. All happy and singing and praise to the Lord. If I should die before I wake, well, I pray the Lord my soul to take. With my kind of luck, it'll be my fate to spend the rest of my life with spoons and plates, rotten food and empty crates, headache pills, oil spills, factory fumes and toilet rooms, abandoned cars and backroom bars, lightning strikes and thunder crash, a billion voices through the trash. All happy and singing and praise to the Lord. All happy and singing and praise to the Lord.
It's only a short distance away, in a little bit of time, till I can see you once more. It's only a year and a day since I left you behind for a far distant shore. And the life that I lived was a living hell, and the pain that I suffered is too hard to tell. But now I'm coming home, I'm alive, and I think I am well. And I know it wasn't worth it, I'd never go again. I saw so many young men die, saw fire raining from the sky. No matter how hard I would try, just never knew the reason why. But I know it wasn't worth it, I'd never go again. It's only a short distance away, and a little bit of time till I can see you once more. It's only a year and a day since I left you behind for a far distant shore. Of the things that I did, I can never be proud. The people I killed must amount to a crowd, and sometimes their voices speak from their graves out loud. And I know it wasn't worth it, I'd never go again. I saw women and young children die from that fire that rained from the sky. No matter how hard I have tried, I'll never know the reason why. And I know it wasn't worth it, I'll never go again. It's only a short distance away, and a little bit of time till I can see you once more. It's only a year and a day since I left you behind for a far distant shore. It's only me. I've come back to stay, a poor haunted man from the horrors of war. It's only you, whatever you say, who can love me again as you did once before. So help me, there must be a way that our love can return. I can leave you no more.
Kinda late the other night. I was just about as tired as I could get. So I rolled on over and flipped the light, and as I turned to my television set, there was the face of a starving child, held in the arms of a mother in despair. And there were the eyes of a dying child, but where was the food for a stomach filled with air? Oh no, never again let the cry go up over all the earth. No, no, never again. We will feed them and protect them from the moment of their birth, for all that we are worth. Then came the picture of 7 cats, all gobbling up some goodies from a dish. They all looked healthy and they all looked fat as they purred their way to stardom through a meal of meat and fish. And there in my mind was that starving child, held in the arms of his mother in despair. And there were the eyes of a dying child, but where was the food for a stomach filled with air? Oh no, never again let the cry go up over all the earth. No, no, never again. We will feed them and protect them from the moment of their birth, for all that we are worth. It was very late that same strange night, when all of a sudden I awoke with a start. My body was sweating and chilled with fright, and I could hear the pounding of my heart. Oh no, never again let the cry go up over all the earth. No, no, never again. We will feed them and protect them from the moment of their birth, for all that we are worth. Oh no, never again let the cry go up over all the earth. No, no, never again. feed them and protect them from the moment of their birth, for all that we are worth, for all